Well, welcome everyone. We have head men's wrestling coach Caleb Flores with us here because, Coach, you're off to Nationals here soon. You're just coming back from your trip to Arizona and the Cascade Collegiate Conference tournament where you got another champion. Second year running, you picked up a champion. You got some other top placers as well. Tell us a little bit about the journey out in Prescott.
Well, it was good. First and foremost, our guys competed really, really well. I mean, our conference is nails. I mean, we have, out of the 11 teams, 8 of our teams are ranked in the top 20, and a couple others are receiving votes. So it's a tough tournament. And so, but highlighted by Gerardo Hernandez being our second conference champion, at 74 pounds. It was an exciting match, beating the number 2 seed, coming down to the last 10 seconds. I mean, there's what's not to love about that match. So it's good. It sets him up in the national tournament really nice for him to make a good championship run. And then we had five other guys make it to the national tournament, and 3 of those are freshmen. So out of the 6 guys, 5 of them are coming back. So the future, not only the present's looking good, but the future's looking even brighter. So we're really, really excited about that.
Well, it's a fun tournament to kind of cover and see as the Lions go through. A couple of them just squeaked through, including Barron, who had to wrestle his way legitimately into the tournament for the placing rounds.
That's Baron Gaunt. So Baron Gaunt, aka Mr. Dramatic, he likes to, his poor mom Shannon. I'm sorry, okay, but he likes to make things interesting. He doesn't like the easy path, but he battled. He did what it needed to be done. At the end of the day, it's a qualifying tournament, so. It might be ugly. It might be not pretty or the route that we wanted, but he got the job done, and we now his record 0-0 going into the national tournament. And honestly, he has a really good draw. I mean, he's wrestled with the guy from Southeastern who he has first round at nationals. He's wrestled him before. He knows what he does, and I think we like our position in that matchup. So it's good. Once again, it wasn't pretty by any stretch of the imagination, but he got the job done. It's a qualifying tournament. He qualified. Now we're at nationals. So moving forward.
Well, let's move forward then. So back to Wichita.
Yep.
And let's go one by one here, kind of preview each guy and their journey. We'll just go from the bottom to the top. So Matthew Terrence, 125 pounds, comes in as the number 15 seed. He's been ranked inside the top 20 for most of the year. At 125 pounds, unfortunately, Dominic De Altanaga couldn't make it. He had a pretty good year as a freshman, but let's focus on what Matthew's got coming up.
Matthew, he's seeded 15th. He has a returning national qualifier first round. Matt just got to do what Matt's been doing all year long. That's just being tough and being special. He wrestles his positions. He's tough to deal with. And once again, the highlight about our team is he's only a freshman. And so, tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? Next year's not guaranteed. So he has to take advantage of this opportunity. And, like I tell, as we have a couple other freshmen, is, hey, why not be a national champion this year? But he after hopefully he wins his first match, he has a returning national champion and national runner-up second round. And it's not going to be easy, but in order to win a national title, you have to upset somebody. And so, and I don't see why it can't be him, So, and he has that. He's always had that mindset of I'm going to wrestle my style, and it doesn't matter who's in front of me. So I like where he's at in his mind space too. And I got to give Coach Kevin Kelly a lot of credit. He's been working with him a lot and has him going in the right direction.
Is there anyone favored in the entire bracket? Is it the guy that obviously at this point most of our national conference tournament champions are runner-ups, and Life and Grandview are the top 2 teams. But anyone?
Just for instance, the number 1 guy is the Grandview kid who won nationals, Esco Walker. I think that's his name. And just to put things in perspective, Matt lost him by a point earlier in the year. So. Anything can happen at that tournament. We've seen it year in, year out. You see number 1 guys go down all the time. It's just, it's the ones that can keep it simple and don't make it bigger than what it is. It's just the rest of the match. You still score a takedown. You still score escapes and all that. You just got to go out there and just be present and let it fly and have fun out there. I mean, those are the ones that keep it like that and don't let the pressure mount on them. You should do well. So, and like I said, Matt's right there with the best guys in the country.
Well, then let's take it up a notch. So I believe 133 is Julian Leon, who had a nice debut season for the Lions. You kind of said he's a guy coming into the year that if he can put it all together, we'll get some results. He did that. a top 5
Yeah.
finish at the Cascade Conference Tournament, unranked in the national polls, but
Yeah.
he's at the big dance.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, he's had a really good year, really good season. I mean, he has been ranked before, just the last couple of polls for whatever reason. You know, he fell out of it, but you know, he beat some nationally ranked guys at our conference tournament, and you know, he knows how to handle pressure. He's always won big matches. I mean, from high school, from youth to high school, he's won those high pressure matches, and so he's extremely experienced, and so this is nothing different for him. I mean, going into high school, he wasn't ranked in state at all, and he ends up placing at state. So we're expecting the same thing. You know, he's a pressure performer, and I like it because people are sleeping on him, and that's where we like to be. Is they overlook us, that's fine. Come match time, he will be ready to go, and he will put up a good fight for sure. So we're excited for that one. You know.
Then we'll move on up to 141, and Stephen Croson, who had to go all the way back through the consolation side of the bracket, picked up third, but because of the Cascade Conference allotted bids, he had to wait to get an at-large bid. But this guy's entering the bracket with a very quality record overall.
Yeah, I mean he's been proven all year long, and all actually the last 2 years. I mean, unfortunately last year he got overlooked for the national bid, and this year, you know, I think good things happen to good people, and he got selected this year, and now he got this opportunity, and he's got to make the most of it, you know. And I think you know, he has a really good draw first round. You know, he has to perform like Steven does. I mean, if Steven goes out there and loses feet and gets to his offense, good luck the world. I mean, that guy is special and strong. But you know, like all the guys, you just gotta go out there and do what you do. And you know, watching him practice the last couple of days, and even at the conference tournament as the matches went on, he just got better and better. And wrestling, I mean, he was wrestling every match he had to wrestle. It was a pressure match because you had to win it to get the automatic bid. So every match was do or die, so to speak. And he wrestled well the whole time. So I don't expect anything different from him. He's going to go out there and he's going to put on a show. I think he's going to turn some heads, and going forward, you know, get on that podium. So.
What are both Leon and Croson? What are their brackets? Their first little parts look like?
Off the top of my head, I know Julian has, I want to say like the 9th seed. And Kid's tough. I mean, Kid's special. I mean, you don't get the 9th seed for not being good, right? But I think with Julian's speed and the way he hand fights and the shots that he has, I mean, that guy's he's gonna have his hands full, because what we do really well, he kind of struggles at. So, but once again, it's just we gotta impose our will on that guy. Mm-hmm. And then with Croson, I mean, same with Croson, the guys, I think he's seated like 10th or 11th, and you know, obviously you gotta give him his respect. But Croson wrestles his tie-ups, it's over. I mean, I'm very confident in that. But once again, we have to force our tie-ups, and he's got to impose his will, on which he's done all year. So I don't think he's going to make any adjustments or not wrestle like himself. So we call him the Croson one for a reason. We truly believe in him, and he has. I mean, once he got that national bid, watching his confidence and that pressure, that relief, he's ready to let it fly. He's playing with house money right now, so you just got to let it fly and go have fun out there.
Now we'll move into the back half of the Vanguard order and the bigger numbers, and obviously we'll start with who's the 3rd seed in the 174-pound bracket. Gerardo Hernandez lost only one time this entire season. I mean, that's special in and of itself.
Yeah.
The title, the 2nd year in a row that you guys have won that title at the CCC. Yeah. And now it comes down to he's one of the top 5 in the whole bracket. So what does his path look like, and I mean, what are you expecting?
You know, just kind of. I hate to sound repetitive, but he's just got to believe. I mean, just to keep it simple. And if he watches this, Gerardo just got to believe. I mean, he's the best one in the country. I've told him that since the day he got here. He's the best one, and I think that match against the number 2 kid in the nation, beating him. I mean,
isn't that the 2nd year in a row you've knocked Siegel down?
Yeah, we knocked him down. Yeah. I don't want to give no bulletin board material, but you know, Siegel's a great competitor, and this is almost the same thing happened with Armand last year. Now him. Hopefully we get a 3rd one, and it's a streak, right? So, but yeah, it was a great match, and Siegel's a great competitor. That's why that win should boost his confidence. I mean, there's no reason why he can't go out there and win it. I mean, his first 2 rounds, I mean, obviously being the 3rd seed, you're favored. And then in the quarterfinals, he's got to, if the brackets work out how they're supposed to, which they never do, we got a kid that we actually lost to. So it'll be a great chance to get that one back, and we're making some adjustments and watching film and breaking it down. But like I said, at this point of the year, you just got to go do what you do. And we've been talking to him. His offense when he's on, good luck. And he's a strong individual. So if he's got to go defense and got to squeeze somebody, he's more than capable of doing that. So we're excited for him. But once again, he just got to make the most of this opportunity. I mean, this is his last one as a senior year. He's been around at 12 3 years in a row, and people could make that a thing. And it is what it is, man. Just go out there. You're not held by anything last year. You just got to move forward and make him take advantage of this opportunity. And he's a whole different person mentally than he was in the past. So I like where he's at.
And then who's the top seed of the bracket? Because being the 3 seed, you're in the top half where the 1 seed is.
I think it's the Grandview kid. I mean, we lost to him last year in the quarters, second round last year. So we know what he does, and it's a tough matchup. I mean, number 1 kid in the nation, right? They're all tough. But like I said, Gerardo last year to Gerardo this year, completely night and day. I really think he's done a lot of work mentally, not so much technically, but mentally, where he believes in himself. And I think that when that little doubt comes out, he knows how to shake it off. And hey, I'm Gerardo Hernandez. I'm the best, and he's been working on that all year long. So hopefully we make our way through the bracket and get to him.
And this year he doesn't have to wrestle his teammate Armand Fayazi. He's now his coach, who can hopefully help him get through some of the speed bumps a little more, rather than pitting your fellow lion to the mat in a friendly fire match. So we'll bump it up then one more level, where the Baron Gunn slides in, as you said, just snuck in at the last moment out there in Prescott, but he comes in. He's been in and out of the NAIA poll this season. What is his journey through the 184? Or 185?
Yeah, 184. 184. He was, like I said, he knows how to compete. I mean, you got to hang your hat on what he did last year. At this tournament, he turned it on. I mean, all these tournaments up to this point have been lessons. Whether he's won or lost or he's just got to take those lessons from those matches and move forward. And like I said, he has first round. He has a kid from Southeastern, Bryant, and we lost to him by a point on a last-second takedown. So I think we're in a good spot. I mean, I know Barron's gotten better, and I'm sure that kid's gotten better. But I like where Barron's at mentally. There's just something about this week, where you can see confidence starting to believe, like, okay, I'm ready to shine, and I could see it, and he likes that moment. Obviously, like I said, he doesn't do anything easy, so he likes that pressure moment, make or break moments, and this is it for him. This is that make or break moment for him to put on a show. And like I said, last year he was around a 12. Now it's time to get over that hump and get on that national podium for sure.
Talked to him earlier today, and he related that he cannot watch anyone else wrestle. He goes and wanders around. Didn't have any internet up at the Cascade Championships.
Yeah.
He was just wandering around.
Yeah, we trapped him in the back room, so like, hey man, we'll let you know when your match is up, okay? You just relax, okay? But he, like I said, he cares so much about his teammates. He kind of gets his emotions gets ramped up with the ups and downs of their matches. So we're just like, hey man, we appreciate you're a good teammate, but let's worry about you. This is one of those things about our sport. So
good guy.
Good guy. I love him. That's my boy. That's my boy.
And then your final guy, an unknown entering the Cascade tournament because he has been out. He has not appeared. And Jacob Potts walks into the tournament and places within the qualified positionings to make his way to his first ever NAIA national tournament. What is his journey going to look for? Because he's probably got the toughest road. He's squared off against the 1 seed.
Number 1 seed, and I like it. We enjoy that. I call him Mr. Incredible for a reason. Not only does he look like Mr. Incredible, but he performs. You know, I mean, this first match or his first tournament, I mean, his conference tournament, no match experience throughout the whole year, and he goes out and gets the job done. And that's not easy. I mean, once again, his weight class had 7 national bids, allocations, and the reason why they got 7 is because that weight class is really, really tough. So he had to beat really, really good people to make it happen, and he's done that. And so, you know, he's earned this spot. He earned the right to go beat the number 1 kid, or have an opportunity to beat the number 1 kid. And that's the mindset that he has, and he's excited. I mean, he saw the bracket. He looked at me. He's like, I'm gonna go get him. And that's the attitude we got to go have. I mean, we can't be a sitting target. We got to go attack this guy. And like I said, Mr. Incredible, you know, he's definitely gonna go out there and attack and do those things for us. And you know, like I said, he's another one playing with house money. You know, wasn't expected to wrestle this year. Some things happened, and we felt like he was ready to go, and it worked out. Now we're at this weekend, and you know, go play with house money again. You know, and then good things will happen. So.
Then talk a little bit about coaching. You yourself are one man. You've got 3 great assistants at the end of the day, but at times you have 6 guys. If they somehow all end up going at one mat, different places, how do you manage that as a coach? How do you prepare each guy? Because wrestling days, you wrestle once, and there's a couple hours between your next one, but it's more of a flow than a basketball where you get a whole 24 hours or 48 to try and scout, prep, whatever.
At the end of the day, you're exhausted. All right, us as a staff, we wrestle every match, so you know it's a long day for us. But honestly, it's just the relationships with our athletes. You know, some of our guys have worked one-on-ones with our athletes, and I want those coaches to be with them. You know, I trust all my coaches. They all have a high wrestling IQ and experience. And most importantly, our athletes trust them. You know, so it doesn't matter if it's me, Kevin, Armand, or Ricky. Our athletes trust them and believe in them, and so and that's because of all the hard work that we do in the room together. So I mean, as far as who goes with who, to me it really doesn't matter. I know my athletes believe in us as the staff, and so as long as we have that belief and trust, it doesn't matter who's in the corner. You know, so I don't stress out too much about that, but it is definitely hard. It's definitely hard because, you know, I'm a control freak, so sometimes I want to be in every corner. But I'm, like you said, I'm only one man. So, right. But like I said, I trust my coaches. I believe in my athletes, and we're from staff to athlete. We're ready to go for this weekend.
There you go. Well, we're ready to hopefully see you guys bring home some more NAIA All-Americans at the least, if not maybe more. We'll just have to see what is in store out there at Hartman Arena. Hopefully a fun time. If you've never been to a conference or a national wrestling tournament like this, and you are able to get out to Wichita this weekend, it is really fun. I got to be part of the Hart tournament one year, and that was insane. And then multiply that by a ton more people, so that's got to be a fantastic day. The live stream link as well as the live results page are linked on our website, vanguardalliance.com. And Coach Caleb Flores, enjoy your day. Safe travels out to Kansas, and we'll talk to you when you get back.
Awesome. Thank you.